Let's stay with all things AI, and to help us take a deeper dive into some of the most recent artificial intelligence developments, we are joined by Nina Xiang. She is the author of Red AI and a tech journalist. Nina, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I want to get your thoughts on China's Google investigation. Now, this goes back a while, years really. And while Google isn't accessible in China, it still has a presence there. It's all very complex.
Yes. So this antitrust investigation of Google is China flexing its geopolitical muscle, sending a message to President Trump that unlike Canada or Mexico, China can play hardball and have the means for strategic retaliation against the U.S. You know, Google only makes about 1% of its sales in China, so the business impact will be minimal, but the message from China is loud and clear. China's got moves on this trade and geopolitical chessboard.
Interesting. And Google stock in after-hours trading is simply tanking, and the big concern there, lack of growth. Tell us about that.
Well, I think we have all heard from DeepSeek, which has been pretty much shaking up the global AI sector. You know, I don't remember ever seeing a product from a Chinese startup that shaved off $1 trillion from the US stock market and shifted people's views on this so-called AI competition. At the same time, I want to say that, you know, the hype around DeepSeek's revolutionary impact might be a little bit overblown. But ultimately, you know, AI, or what I like to call machine intelligence, will be like electricity. It will be accessible, affordable, and everywhere pretty soon. So this current obsession with who has the best or cheapest model won't matter in some time. And the true competition will really be about whose machine intelligence is saving more lives, optimizing all parts of the economy, and ultimately, you know, making people's lives better.
You know, I want to get more into this possibility of overblown in just a second, but right now, how are U.S. tech companies rethinking, reshaping their AI development since the introduction of DeepSeek?
Well, some are saying that DeepSeek's models are a wake-up call for American tech to innovate faster, though we have seen in the past couple of days that rhetoric has been trimmed down a little bit. But there is a consensus that DeepSeek's approach, offering high-performance AI at a fraction of the cost, might force U.S. companies to rethink their heavy investment in hardware and pivoting towards more efficient software solutions. Also, you know, the open source nature of DeepSeek could potentially push U.S. tech companies to rethink how they want to approach open and closed source models debate.
Okay, so regardless, it seems like this is a very important time for tech companies. I want to talk about the possibility of it being overblown. And secondly, right now, these tech companies really have to prove their mettle.
Yes, but let's address the overblown part a little bit, because there is a debate about how much it really costs DeepSeek to train its models. There are there is a consensus that people are not comparing oranges to oranges. So, you know, that's why we are seeing the U.S. AI sector as saying, you know, we need to look at this and rethink how this is impacting AI development here. But I do see that AI globally will follow the path of a splitter net, where many countries will aim to develop their own AI models and applications. That's because AI is going to be deeply embedded in most economic activities, and countries will want to maintain control over this technology.
Yeah, Nina, I think you're right on there when you talk about oranges to oranges. I've heard people talk about that, especially considering 6 million versus billions. I mean, it just seems exponential. But let's also focus on what Donald Trump said, that DeepSeek's success is good for U.S. high-tech companies, that now they will be able to develop cutting-edge products in a much more cost-efficient, cost-effective method. Do you think that's going to be true?
Yes, pretty much, because we are living in a global tech world where one country's innovation will be absorbed and assimilated by other countries, as long as it's going to be making economic sense and making technological sense. So for sure, we are definitely going to see U.S. companies will take inspiration from DeepSeek's new algorithms and their new programming engineering approaches in their own models. So everyone ultimately will probably push toward that stage where I said before that AI will become commoditized, just like electricity. It's going to be available at very reasonable cost to people. So what matters is, what do you do about it?